Hey, welcome back to the Wild Blue Wanderers channel. In today's episode, we've got some adventures in our Bronco, a Dynamax rally.
And we had a almost major mishap at the very end.
So stick around. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Scott. And we left off last week as we were arriving at the Dynamax Owners Group Gathering. Western Dynamax Owners Group Gathering.
It was held at the Sun Outdoors Rocky Mountains in Granby, Colorado, which is just outside of the Rocky Mountain National Park.
We decided to come in a day early. We were going to arrive on Wednesday, but we decided to arrive on Tuesday. So we arrived a little late. The gates were already closed. We picked up our packet, which gave us the code to get in. So after we unhooked the Bronco, Ashley was able to stop and talk to somebody in one of the little golf carts to give her some directions on how to get in.
Yeah, they gave us a nice little map, and then I just drove along on in.
Perfect. Thank you. You too.
So you know where we're going, I take it?
Yes. I think it's pretty simple. And now we're just going to follow this around.
Looks like there's a whole bunch of airstreams over there.
That's their Airstream village. So we're going to get to the cabins and turn left. See what I mean? How big it is? Jesus.
Yeah, that's a great big place.
The funny thing is in the map, this is all just bare. So these are all brand new sites.
There's a Dynamax over there. That's a new one of the Explorer packages, it looks like.
Yeah. Okay. So at the stop sign, we're going to go left.
Okay.
This is the way we go, right here. Look at all the Dynamaxes.
I think that one's Dan's there. Isn't that the red and silver, or red and gray one there?
Oh yeah. I think is this one right here with I'm in front of. So I'm gonna go past it. This is where you need to be.
Okay. Well, you're gonna have to go up a little bit more, darling, because that's where I'm.
Sorry. I'm just gonna go around the block. What do you need to know?
I don't know. It looks like I'm pretty good there.
No, I think you're good. I think you're good.
Okay.
Really nice site. It was right across from the dog park and the fire pit and a bathhouse.
Yep.
Pretty convenient little area, and there were already some other Dynamax rigs there.
Yeah, that was part of the reason we decided to show up a day early, is because we heard on Facebook that some of the other people were already there and enjoying the area. So we decided, you know what, let's just get there.
Got everything pretty much. We didn't fully set up everything, but we were able to walk around, take the dogs to the dog park, go visit with some people who we had met last year. There was a few that were at the Eastern Dynamax rally as well. So we just spent the evening kind of socializing a little bit, but nothing major or organized.
And we got up Wednesday morning, finished setting everything up, and got to walk around again and visit with people. And there was by that time there was a lot of people rolling in. It
was really fun to watch the rigs roll in, because it's like, here comes another Super C, or here comes another Isata, or lots of Dynamaxes. So that was pretty fun.
So the event actually started off Wednesday evening, around 5 o'clock, I think.
And Warren, who is kind of the main organizer, is, from my understanding, he got up and talked.
They started this thing 5 years ago with a vision. And the first one was 18 rigs and spearfish. And we wouldn't be here today like we are now if it wasn't for this fine couple. How many first time driving in the mountains and coming over Bertha Pass? Is the blood back in your knuckles? Finally, okay, well, welcome. Everybody made it.
And pretty much welcomed everybody and kind of gave us an overview of what to expect for the upcoming few days.
Tomorrow morning, 8:45. I'm a fast walker. The 10-minute walk over by the pool. So if you're a medium walker, give yourself 15 minutes. We're meeting in the conference room number 1. We've got quite a few presentations. We've got some manufacturers here. They're going to talk about some products, that are on our coaches. It might be specific or not, but since they're manufacturing in Colorado, it's an easy way to get a few of them to come up here and share some information.
One of the attendees had arranged to do like a hot chocolate tasting because it was going to be a little cooler. So she brought some hot chocolate and I think some peppermint schnapps, and then some other people had brought some Baileys and some, I don't remember, there's all kinds of adult beverage additions to that. And then of course some people who didn't want hot chocolate, they brought some wine or some whiskey. So there was a little bit of tasting going on. As well as just some socialization and
Warren's really good about having everybody introduce themselves, saying where they're from, what kind of rigs they have, trying to make everybody feel comfortable. There was quite a few new people there. I can't remember the exact number, but there was quite a few new people there, and it was really good to get to see everybody, get to know their names, what kind of rigs they have. Makes it easier to socialize later.
It really does. It's one of those icebreakers that nobody really likes to do, but it's actually really good that we had done it, because even if we didn't remember their names, a lot of times you'll remember something about them, like what kind of rig they had or how long they've been RVing or whatever. So it was.
And there was quite a few people that were from the same town and didn't even realize they didn't know each other.
Reno, hello Reno, we're talking to you.
Yeah, there was quite a few from Reno that didn't know each other, and it was kind of amazing how close together people lived.
Yeah, small world.
Yep.
So, I know these kinds of events, sometimes it's hard for people to, walk up to somebody, right? Or join a conversation. The icebreaker to this whole event is we all have Dynamax. We got something in common. We just broke the ice. So if you see somebody that's got the same rig as you, just walk up to them. Hey, how'd you decorate it? What did you do for storage in the rig? And you know what? 100% of you are going to say, well, we did this or we did that. So it's the easiest way to make friends in this group. Breaks the ice, right? We all got something in common besides having fun at this thing. So just walk up, join the group, ask questions. So
it was a pretty fun night. And then and it wasn't a very long little formal meeting, but after the introductions, people just kind of hung out and socialized if they wanted to. And some people went to bed early and some people didn't.
So Thursday morning started almost early.
Well, so go time was 9 a.m. So if you think about, we had to get the dogs ready and have some breakfast and all this. So it seemed early.
Right. And we had about a 10-minute walk. We had some vendors. We had a meeting with the Dynamax. It was Mike and Tony from Dynamax were there, gave a talk about Dynamax, what's going on with Dynamax, what's new, that kind of stuff. They talked for quite a while. And then from there, I think Dan talked about some electrical stuff, batteries, solar, how to figure out how much power you're going to need. So
yeah, Dan is a fellow Dynamax owner who volunteers his time to really help, and he's very knowledgeable. He worked in the battery industry.
And then from there, I believe it was the AquaHot. The guys from AquaHot came in and gave some pointers and some tips, showed how to do some maintenance, gave some ideas on people who have the AquaHot. We don't have an AquaHot in our rig. Might be something that we consider if we ever get another rig down the road. They've got their pros and cons. So that was interesting to listen to, see that kind of information. Yeah,
it was even, some people left because it didn't apply to them, but that's the beauty of this format, is you didn't have to stay if you didn't want to, and you could if you did. So,
and everybody allowed questions, so everybody was able to ask questions if they had their own issues, how to properly fix things or adjust things and how to deal with things. So it was really nice to have that interaction.
After the AquaHot, we took a break for lunch, so we went back, took the dogs out, got a little sandwich, and then we had breakout groups.
Yeah, we broke out into 3 groups. We divided it up by the type of rig. So the people with the chassis. So the people with the ISATA 3s all met together at one of the ISATA 3s. The people with the ISATA 5s met together at one of the ISATA 5s. And then all the ones on the Freightliner chassis met together around a Freightliner. So it's kind of a good opportunity to share ideas, talk about some maintenance issues and some different things just in our own smaller groups.
It's very interesting, even for a non-mechanical person like me.
Right, or a mechanical person like me. It was very good.
So that evening, we had a kind of a official gathering at the fire pit again, and it was a beer tasting. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, they encourage people to bring beers from your local area that you want to share, so everybody could try some different things. And some other people brought some whiskeys or bourbons, but yeah, it was a really kind of a cool time. Again, socializing, getting to talk to different people, and everybody seemed to mingle around, and there were so many different people to talk to that you didn't always talk with the same person. You kind of got to know all these different people from different parts of the country.
Yeah, and quite a few people who were new even mentioned that they felt really comfortable and they weren't sure how they were gonna, feel not knowing anybody there. And it's pretty neat to be able to have a group like that with some, like-minded people, the RV community.
Absolutely. This was our second year, and I can say that last year I felt the same way. I was a little unsure. We'd never been to a rally kind of before and weren't sure what to expect, and everybody made us feel so welcome. It was awesome.
That Friday morning, we went back again, started at 9 o'clock, more vendor sessions, and the first vendor was the Carefree awning. Yeah,
Carefree of Colorado, I believe it is, awnings. They came in and they talked about some settings and adjustments on the awnings, when to bring them in, when to leave them out. And
talked about they also have the awning toppers, the slide toppers.
The awning slide toppers, and their recommendation is if it's windy or raining, bring your awnings and your slides in. So we're pretty happy we went with true toppers, so we don't have to worry about bringing the slides in when it's windy and rainy.
Yeah, that doesn't make for fun living.
Right. But it was very nice of them to be there. They shared a lot of information. They gave some discount codes. They
gave a lot of swag.
They gave out a lot of swag and different information. Yeah, so it was really good. And then from there, he was a part of the rally. He owns a Dynamax, a DX3, and he's also the owner of RV Airflow. And they actually build a system that goes in your RV air conditioners, and it kind of smooths the air out and allows it to go through the ductwork a lot smoother, quieter, and more efficiently. They also he also had another product which goes in
the vents.
And it helps you direct that airflow so you get better flow out your vents also. So we're going to be looking into getting a few of those. RVI braking systems, they shared their braking systems for toads along with the tire monitoring systems that they have, answered a few questions. So it was nice to have the vendors show up and be able to help us out.
Yeah, that was really great. And then, one of the last things we did, Warren kind of facilitated a talk about modifications. A lot of them, carry over from the Isatas to the Freightliner chassis to, whatever, because they're just all the same RV components. So that was really neat to hear what some other people have done.
Yeah, it's nice to share some ideas and to hear, Warren said, bring your Amazon links or part numbers so we can look them up, bring a pad of paper to write everything down. And
more paper than this, okay? Bring a pen, bring paper. You're gonna be taking notes, trust me. So if you've done a modification to your unit, something you think is unique, you're gonna present, spend 5 minutes on it. What was the solution? What was the cost? What was the Amazon part number? It really goes pretty fast, And did you accomplish what you wanted to do?
There was quite a few notes that we wrote down on what some other people have done, and there's a few things upcoming that we're going to try out.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was just really neat to share. And then a lot of people were, saying what site number they were in, and in the next couple of days, come on by and we'll be happy to show you some of our modifications. I mentioned a couple things that we've done, the pantry and the little things like the hinges on the laundry room doors or the laundry closet doors, and had some people come by and take a look at those and get ideas for their rigs. So we got information and we shared information. That was pretty neat.
Yeah.
Well, happy Red Friday.
Happy Red Friday. Remember, everyone deployed.
We had some, we're at the Dynamax rally, and we had some sponsors, or what do we call them, vendors, come and give us a couple talks this morning and this afternoon. We are headed out on a Jeep adventure, as they call it, but we're in a Bronco, so we're heading out on a Bronco adventure.
So they're all going Jeep and we're just going for a leisurely drive in the woods because we're in a Bronco.
You got to poke a little fun because we can.
Right?
So there's, I think at last count there was, what, 19 Jeeps or something like that?
Yeah. I didn't hear, so that's good.
Yeah, there's quite a few. So we're going to go to, I think it's called Beaver Meadow. And apparently, well, we're in Colorado, so there's going to be some pretty good views.
So Wilson set up, had a trail picked out, and it was not a super challenging trail, but it had some nice little hills and rocks and stuff to go over and around. And so we went on that. We stopped and got a group picture of everybody who went.
Really. See, that's a nice boondocking place right down there.
Yeah, it is. There's a few of them. There's a pit toilet too, so it's not a boondocking
Oh, it's
place.
not. You're right. It's dry camping.
It's dry camping. Those look like designated campgrounds. I don't call that boondocking.
True.
But it's pretty down there. Does it say what that's called down there?
Yeah, it's, hold on, I'm looking. It is the Gilbert Campground in Granby, Colorado.
Yeah.
Grand County, Granby. Oh, Hot Sulphur Springs State Wildlife Area.
All right.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Beautiful dry
I'll
camp.
mark it on Onyx Hunt.
So that was a good time. And then Friday evening,
We just had a little small group at the fire.
yeah, a small
At the
group
fire
went to the
pit.
fire. Some people went into town. I think there was a Green Bay Packers game, so some people went into town to watch that.
At a bar, yeah.
Found a bar to go see the game. We sat around the fire pit again and visited with the few people that were there, and it was just
Kind of an early night for us.
Yeah, it was just fun socializing. It was great.
So Saturday morning was the group breakfast. And they had got about, 8 or 10 volunteers to bring their Blackstones to a centralized RV site. And some of the guys got gathered some picnic tables around, so we had some nice long picnic tables.
We gathered the picnic tables from all the rest of the groups and brought them all together to that central area, so we had plenty of seating for everybody. And
oh man, tons of bacon and sausage and eggs and hash browns.
Yeah, it was very good. They did a great job. Great job cooking. Really appreciate everybody that stepped up and volunteered for that. So that was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Again, more socializing, more getting to know each other.
And we were able to organize everyone together right after breakfast for the group picture.
Yep.
So got to get the group picture in, because if there's no picture, it didn't happen, right? So after the group picture and the little socializing, Wilson Tang, who had done the Jeep tour before, 4x4 tour before, he also had volunteered to do a Blackstone cooking demonstration. And he and his wife and sister-in-law live in their Dynamax full-time, and they have for a few years, I think.
Yeah.
And so he's become quite proficient at cooking on his nice large Blackstone. And oh man, he did a demonstration. He did some let's see, what did he do? He did 3 things. He did ginger beef and a beef fried rice, and then some kind of a noodle dish that was amazing. And he showed us he shared basically not necessarily the actual recipe, but how to do it, and then what some of the products, some of the sauces are that he uses.
Some of the ingredients that he prefers.
So good. Thanks, Wilson.
I think one of the things I remember him saying is, he said, if you look at the ingredients and you don't know how to pronounce it, don't buy it.
This is true. This is true. So that was pretty fun. We got to, of course, sample everything that they cooked.
Yes, it was great.
And
very good.
Yeah.
Saturday afternoon or evening, we had the walking tacos. We had the walking tacos. So
good.
Some of the guys brought their Blackstones back out. They cooked up the beef and the chicken. I think wasn't it beef and chicken that they had for the tacos. And we had walking tacos and got to socialize some more.
And if you don't know what walking tacos are,
come next year.
There you go. No. So if you don't know what walking tacos are, they're basically you take a bag of Doritos of your choice and put in all your taco ingredients, and then you can walk around and eat your tacos out of the little bag. It was pretty fun. Good stuff.
Yeah. And that evening we walked around. We ended up going to a couple other people's RVs spots and visiting with the groups that kind of mingled around. I think we ended up staying at one most of the time.
Kind of like a little rolling party.
Yeah, exactly. So
we actually hung out at one of the ISATA 3 RVs for quite a while. There's a huge group under their awning. They even had a propane fire pit, but
she had some kind of a limoncello.
She had homemade limoncello, which is like a lemon vodka concoction deliciousness.
Yep.
So fun times.
So that was kind of the last night of the official rally or gathering, and so Sunday morning people started heading out. We actually opted to stay one extra day because we heard some other people were, and we weren't in a rush, so we decided to stay one extra day.
Well, it's Sunday morning, and some of the crew's packing up to head out. We are going with our friends Jeff and Kay to see the headwaters of the Colorado River. So we're going for a little off-road trip, probably just more of a little trail drive from what it looks like on the map.
Yep. And I downloaded some Onyx Hunt maps just so we have some kind of mapping just in case we get lost, but some part of the fun is getting lost, so maybe we'll get lost, maybe we won't, but it should be a pretty fun day. We got Willie in the car, and we packed a lunch, and Cooper is holding down the fort with Loki at home. He doesn't do well on these on bumpy rides, so
bumpy twisty turns isn't his favorite when he can't see. So.
Nope.
So stay tuned. We'll see if we can show you the headwaters of the Colorado River.
We couldn't drive all the way to where we thought we were going to drive to because there were closed roads, Forest Service roads only, because it goes into the actual national parks. So we decided we were going to take a little hike, and when we looked at the map, it looked like it was only about a half mile to the headwaters. But unfortunately, we took a right instead of the left. And we ended up making.
I think it was fortunate.
It was
actually
fortunate.
A fun little.
It was beautiful. We went for about a three mile, I think is what we figured out, around
like
3 mile,
2 or 3 mile
round trip hike.
Up and back.
Up and back, and then we made the correct way and actually went to the headwaters, a neat little green valley where the Colorado River starts.
maybe this is the Colorado River.
Come on down here, Grandma, and we'll have them take a picture. If they would.
Yeah, they had a little plaque and everything.
So from there, as on our way back, we stopped in a little town to air up, so Jeff could air up his tires.
Yeah, because he had aired down for the bumpy roads. Rand, Colorado. It's a little town about that big.
Basically, it just has a store.
Yeah, but it was really cool, the Rand store. So just got back from buying some things at the Rand store, and they've owned this business for 52 years. Apparently his wife opened it 52 years ago, and he worked for Colorado Department of Transportation, and I guess and he retired, and now he runs the store too. Cute little store. I highly recommend you stop in.
If you like dark chocolate, it's excellent.
Take a quick little stroll around.
Okay, now get out of your picture. I don't break your camera.
Oh no, that's fine. Pretty neat little area. Little place to stop and buy a few little things.
So yeah, that evening we came back, and started getting stuff packed up. It was going to rain. It looked like it was going to rain a little bit, so we started getting some stuff packed up. Got a preliminary packing up for leaving on Monday, and then we went and sat around and visited with some other friends around another little fire pit for a while. And
we had a wine tasting, so thank you for that.
Absolutely. And kind of made some plans for meeting up again with some of our new friends in the future. And yeah, made it a fairly early night before we got on the road Monday.
And then when we got on the road Monday, everything was going well. We were heading north towards South Dakota.
Yeah, 30 miles, right? 30 miles before the South. Well, no, it was right at the South Dakota border. 30 miles before
from our
we
destination.
got to our destination in Sturgis. We had a little mishap.
The Bronco's sticking way out too far this way.
Oh yeah, it is. You better pull over.
Well, I'm afraid it's a little too fast because we have no brakes on.
Right.
I am going to just slow down and maybe stop as I'm going uphill.
Yeah.
What I don't want is it to ram into the back of the, like one of the arms is busted.
Right.
I don't want it to ram into the back of the motorhome.
Sure.
If that makes sense.
Yep. Absolutely makes sense.
I just all of a sudden I'm seeing the mirror in the side of. So I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa! Why am I seeing that mirror?
You want to get on the exit or just or past it looks a little wider, but maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, I can go past it because I don't want to get over that edge.
Right. Because that's where the Bronco. It just went way over to the right.
Yeah, so I'm thinking I'm only hooked on one hook or something.
Yeah. It's probably just hooked by your safety chain. Scary shit.
Well, this is why you watch your mirrors. Unfortunately, our rock hard bumper bolts, looks like the bolts all pulled out and the safety chain kind of saved it. We saw it swinging around behind. It looks like it also busted off the stuff here. I don't see any other real damage, but watch your mirrors when you're towing. Looks like we might need another system. Oh yeah, looks like it did hit right here. Okay, there's nothing holding this side. None of the bolts are there. Shit. Plate's still there. Bent up, but the plate that the bolts went in is still there. I don't know if I can get it off.
Yeah. Could have been bad, but you'll have to stay tuned next week to see how we took care of that and what happened.
Yep.
So make sure to like, comment, and be sure to subscribe because you won't want to miss what's coming up.
Hit that notification bell so you know when the next video comes out.
Thanks for watching.